Hello, we are live. Guys, I just struggled so hard to get on here. Instagram telling me that there was a broadcasting error, and I sent you guys all the notifications as to like when this would be, so I was like kind of freaking out. But it's here, it's working. Hi. We're live. I'm alive. I've been sick for like the past 2 weeks, if you don't know already, if you don't follow me. So that's a good thing to kind of say right off the bat as well, because if I like randomly start coughing like crazy or something, you know why. But I shouldn't. I'm recovering now. But hello everyone. Welcome. Now that I feel so just like, it's the full moon, I feel so much better. I was sick for like so long. I'm really inspired to share with you guys this free masterclass, this free moon manifesting masterclass. So my moon manifestation course is my signature course. It's the first course I ever created, and it's my favorite thing ever. Hello, how are you? I'm not going to try to pronounce that because I'm not sure if I can. I'll probably butcher it. But that is my signature course, and kind of what this is today is going to be like a behind the scenes of like what inspired it and what moon manifesting really is. So today's the full moon. It is the full moon in the Pisces. So I'll talk about today a little bit to kind of get you a little, warmed up for what we're going to talk about. So it's a full moon in the Pisces. The full moon calls upon your subconscious energy. It calls your subconscious thoughts and energies forward. You might have a lot more creative energies and passions coming through. You might have a lot more drive and passion behind the things you want to do. It's a perfect time to do your creative tasks, your projects, the things that you love to do, whether it's writing, whether it's reading, whether it's painting, whatever it is. You can have a lot more creative spark into those things during this time. You might also have a lot of energy forward when it comes to being emotional, especially right now in the Pisces. There's going to be a lot of sensitivities and a lot of emotion involved in this full moon as well. So it's important to just reflect upon this, give yourself some self-love, just do the things that you love to do, and just, allow any thoughts to come forward, and don't take any action yet, and we'll talk about all the masculine and feminine energy soon, but, just to observe it and move forward from there. So, let me tell you what moon manifesting is, because it sounds awesome, but you might not know exactly what it is. It just has something to do with moon and something to do with manifesting, right? So, moon manifesting really has to do with the fact that we are connected to the moon, okay? We're connected to, like, everything via quantum physics. Because everything down to its core is energy, right? So you are connected to everything. And we could do, like, a whole other masterclass on that, like the law of oneness and quantum physics and such. But we are also made up of, like, I don't know the exact percentage. Hi, Gilbert. About 80 to, around 80% water, right? And if you don't know, the moon governs our tides. So it's really gravitating water in our world. And it gravitates our energy as well. So when you practice this in a way of knowing which lunar phases call for which action, there are certain lunar phases that call for action and some lunar phases that call for rest. And when you practice this in harmony and balance, you can actually create such an energetic alignment that allows you to manifest more quickly and efficiently. So that's what moon manifesting is. It's how I do all my manifestations. When you find the flow, the yin and the yang, this is what this is all about. There is an action step and a resting step, and both are equally important. And calling to the moon to really help you align yourself and your energies, it's just, it works in perfect harmony. So I'm going to be drinking massive water so I don't cough on here, because like I said, I'm just getting over sickness. Okay, so now that we got that kind of out of the way, we're just going to start from the beginning, from the new moon phase. So in my moon manifestation course, this is where we start. We start on the new moon. The next one starts on September 17th, which is the next new moon. And this is because the new moon calls for new intentions. It calls for new goals, calls for new energy. You'll be feeling during this time your energy will be brought forward in a way of reflecting on the past things and the habits that need to be removed from your life and able to achieve something new. It's an energy of like an out with the old and with the new type of situation. That is the new moon. Self-reflecting, not necessarily taking action yet, but really driving passion, finding your why behind what it is that you want to manifest and building an energy behind it. The new moon is like one of my favorite new moon phases, because it's exciting to like start something new, build that passion and that energy up. And that's exactly why we begin my moon manifestation course on the new moon. We set that intention and we spend the next 2 weeks manifesting, like running towards that manifestation, following the lunar phases. So the new moon, like I said, today's a full moon, so the new moon isn't going to be for another about 2 weeks. Like I said, it's September 17th, so we're not quite there yet. But after the new moon comes the waxing phases. And so what these phases are, how this pulls your energy, what you should be doing during this time to maximize your energy and your manifestations is to take action. It's during these times that you're going to be feeling so much passion and drive and having these new ideas and feeling you want to just run towards your manifestations, coming up with all the intuitive downloads, coming up with all the action steps, creating the website, taking the course, doing the diet, going to the gym, coming up with a plan to tactically reach your goal and manifestation. Okay, so this is where you're challenged to just go from this knowledge that we're talking about right here into integrating. It's one thing to know how to moon manifest and how the moon affects your energy, and another to actually do it. So these phases of the moon are like the sprint, the mindset shifts you have to do to accomplish that goal, the internal work, the external work, the physical work, the people you have to talk to, the things you have to do, the tangible things that you need to accomplish inside and out to manifest that thing. Okay? So in my moon manifestation course, this is exactly what we're learning during this time frame. We're diving into the subconscious rewiring, reframing your DNA, learning about the quantum realities, quantum physics, so you can wrap your head around how exactly to manifest it. We're talking about the laws of vibration, law of the universe, laws of law of attraction. So this is the deep dive internal work, and then we have one-on-one calls as well where we can also talk about physical work as well to help like you sprint towards that manifestation till the full moon. So in between these phases is the first quarter moon. So with the first quarter moon, it's still the waxing phase, right? It's not the full moon, it's right in between. So really what this moon calls for is still action, it's still inspired action, it's still masculine energy being actionable steps, right? But the first quarter moon really is this phase of the moon that requires you to look internally and ask yourself, am I doing the damn thing? Am I really doing the thing? Like I said, this is the time that it challenges, like, knowledge from integration. That's something that I heard Melanie Lair kind of soaked in, the difference between knowledge and integration, right? So, are you actually doing it? Did you set an intention and then totally let it go? Are you tuning into your vibration? Are you tuning into your energy and how you're manifesting it every single day? Because these 2 weeks from the new moon to the full moon is a sprint, like I said. So that is that time that makes you turn inward and self-reflect and be like, okay, I have a week left until the full moon. I need to run. The energy is pulling me to run, and like I said, during these waxing phases, this is when you are going to be pulled to take intuitive action, to take aligned action, to get the downloads, to get, just have more energy forward for your manifestation. This is the perfect time to do so, to take advantage of that time. This is that check-in period for you. Okay, so after the first quarter moon, that's the full moon is right after that. So Like I said, we've already discussed the full moon, like I said. So at this point, today, this is another time for self-reflection about the past 2 weeks. What did you do to manifest the thing? Did you manifest the thing? Celebrate the wins that you've had within these last 2 weeks, the work that you've done. Take the time to do the things that you love, to treat yourself to some self-love, some self-care actions. And that's exactly what we do within my Moon Manifestation course as well. We take this time to integrate some self-love practices and get rid of like any feelings of guilt for doing so, for not continuing to do masculine energy. This is like your celebration. Your full moon is your celebration, and you're rooting yourself, doing some sort of full moon ritual to root yourself back and ground yourself again after this hard work that you've done in the last 2 weeks. This is the time where you should be reaping the benefits. This is the time where you should have manifested the thing, and if you have not, then you know that you still have some, usually mindset, internal work to do afterwards. It's not normally an external, physical, masculine energy things. It usually has to do with the internal work, because everything around you shifts. The intuitive downloads come. All the things come to you once you have worked internally. And that's exactly what we work on within this course too, like I said. Working with all of the integrations, working with the subconscious, the rewiring, the mindset shifts, all of the mindset, internal integration and transformation that you need to do to manifest the thing by the full moon. So this is where we are right now, right here. So tonight, like I said, you can spend some time with yourself first, then the creative actions, the things that you love to do, and to treat yourself to some self-love, self-care practices. So after the full moon, this is the yang. The first part we're talking about here is the yin. The first 2 weeks have a lot to do with the masculine energy. But it's very important not to forget about the next phases ahead. These are the waning phases. The phases from the full moon until the new moon. And oftentimes we forget about this. You think the new moon and the full moon are just super exciting, right? And maybe you need to do something, on those specific days. First 2 weeks were all about masculine energy. Hi, Laraza. I hope I pronounced that right. And the last 2 weeks are about the feminine energy. They're about the resting period. They're about the recharging, the rejuvenating, the, not going to the gym if you don't feel like it, the watching the movie instead of cleaning the house, the, meditating, journaling, taking a bubble bath instead of working on the project or the website or whatever it is. Doing, the things that you love to do, playing the guitar, reading a book, painting, anything that lights your soul up inside. This is the time to rest and recharge, rejuvenate. You've done some hard work within the last 2 weeks just sprinting towards your manifestations. This is the time for you to recoup your energy so you can avoid burnout. And this is very, very important too. You have to create an energetic balance, energetic alignment. You do all this masculine energy, all these action steps for the last 2 weeks. You can't continue to do action. That leads to so much burnout. And it also leads to misaligned action. So when you're creating this video tutorial or you're making this website and you're doing it with this energy of stress and you're doing this with an energy of, lack and a negative perspective, then that's what you infuse that project with. And you're not putting your best foot forward, you're not putting your best energy forward, but when you allow that recharging, that rejuvenating period to happen after those 2 weeks, the intuitive downloads just come. They just come to you. You're in energetic alignment. You're getting grounded with yourself, with a capital S, self, again. So like I said, this is a very important time as well. And oftentimes we fight this. And in those 2 weeks, if we are feeling guilty for, not doing the action steps, not doing the website work, not doing the tedious work, not doing all the little things, this has a direct, a direct linkage to a lack of self-love and a lack of self-worth. And this is very important to talk about as well, because If you have that energy tie, a sort of guilt that comes along with spending time for yourself, on yourself, recharging and rejuvenating, then that is a subconscious blockage. That is a universal manifestation blockage saying that you are undeserving of what you need and what you want. So that's a whole other thing to talk about, a whole other thing to work through. But that's why it's very important for you to spend those 2 weeks on yourself, on recharging, on reflection, so that you can seep in those intuitive downloads again. And when you do it in this sort of energetic alignment, like I said, all the downloads just come to you. All the things that you've been searching for, all of the badass ideas and action steps, all the things that you need to do the thing come to you when you act in alignment. And when you allow it to, when you know that you are deserving and worthy of it to, and when you trust that it will. My dogs are going crazy in the background. So, we can't forget about the last quarter phase. There is a last quarter phase as well, right before the new moon. That's about a week before when the new moon comes. And this phase is not a phase to take action yet, but it is a phase to think about the next intention you want to set out, the next manifestation you want to step forth in. So, you should be thinking about, the next manifestation that you want. Maybe you need to, try the last one again, depending on, how you think the results went for that one. Dive into it again. Just think about what would be fun to manifest, right? Don't take any action steps yet during this time. You still have a week of recharging and rejuvenating, and this is also very important. But have fun with this idea. Celebrate the idea that it's coming to you, that you're going to manifest it and set an intention on it. Get excited about that. And spend some time just wrapping your head around the idea that you're manifesting something else with certainty that it's coming to you. And then you'll find, if you do it in this order, if you do it from masculine energy to feminine energy and rest, by the time you set that intention on the new moon, you'll have just these crazy bursts of downloads coming to you. 2 weeks to manifest the shit out of them and start the whole process over again. That's what moon manifesting is. Oh, sorry guys, I was holding that back. So that's exactly what this energy balance is. And like I said, the yin, the masculine energy, is just as important as the feminine energy and vice versa. They work hand in hand. They're both equally important and needed. Because if you don't take that rest and rejuvenated period, you're just going to be exhausted and put out an energetic tie of negativity and stress in your work anyways. So you might be thinking that you're doing all of the work, but it doesn't just matter the work you're doing. It matters the energy that you're infusing into the work that you're doing. Let me say that again. It doesn't matter all of the action steps that you are doing if you're not infusing them with a positive energy. If there's a negative linkage, negative energy tie with some action, something that you're doing, say building your website, you're stressed out, you're overworked, you're doing a bunch of busy work, you're not resting and rejuvenating when you're supposed to in the waning phases of the moon, that energy, that website is energy. You're infusing that website with a negative energy. Your wavelengths have to match. Your thoughts and your feelings have to match. You would be thinking that this is going to be a great website, but you're feeling super negative and stressed out. You're confusing the universe as to what you want. It only speaks in the vibration. That's a whole other lesson that I teach inside my moon manifestation course, and the abundance frequency that I am launching very soon, which is even deeper. But so yeah. I hope I've had more of you guys on here live with me. I did have some technical issues with my past live. It kept telling me I can broadcast or something, so hopefully you'll be seeing this replay. I'll be sending it all to you guys on my email list and leaving it here on IGTV. If you have any questions, just comment here on them, and I can get back to you all about it, because I love talking about moon manifesting. And my moon manifestation course is open for enrollment. So the new moon, we start every new moon, like I said, manifesting and setting an intention and manifesting it throughout the next 2 weeks afterwards, up until the full moon, with my guidance along the way, including group calls once a week. Really, like I said, it is a sprint. It is a sprint from new moon, new intentions, to your manifestations, and all the internal work in between that we talked about here, all the mindset shifts, the subconscious rewirings, all the DNA reframing and transformation that we have to do internally to create a new external. And then teaching you the yin and the yang, the balance, the intuitive downloads with my guidance 100% of the way. So this is my Pride and Joy, my manifestation course. So it starts on September 17th, guys. Get in on it. Enrollment is open now. And yeah, the link is in my bio. There are payment plans available. And it's a perfect way to set a new goal for yourself. Perfect way to manifest it fast and efficiently, but also to deep dive internally. For like, some people don't want to commit to like a 3-month thing, a 6-month thing, which I think those things are amazing. But the fact that it's a 2-week sprint period is also super exciting, because so much can change within such a short time frame. And if you are ready to shift, if you are ready to rise, if you are ready to make the best of 2020 and completely turn it around and end the year out, just completely reframing your DNA and starting all over again. Guys, we create a whole new energetic body like every 11 months. You can literally recreate your whole being, but you just need to be a different being, learn a different way of being. And that's what I'm so passionate about teaching you guys, while grounding yourself to your own feminine energy. So get in on that, and yeah, I hope to see you in there. Hope you all have an amazing full moon. I do have some full moon rituals on my travel and spirit blog on my website. So check that out if you're looking for some sort of ritual to do. It is free. It's just blog content. So check that out. And yeah, I hope you enjoy your full moon in the Pisces, and do all your creative things, do all the things that you love to do, and put your best intuitive, passionate, driven energy forward. All right, bye guys.